Yeah, ain't nobody crying loud no more. Streets too quiet, feel like God closed the door. Used to hear the truth in every corner, now it's war. Now I ride through the block like, where the prophets go? I miss your voice. I miss your voice. I miss your voice. Used to echo through the pavement. Preaching truth, not entertainment. Now the corner's vacant. Used to hear repentant die. See destruction on the rise. All the room was went inside. Miss your voice. He always crying for the nation. Warning us by damnation. Laugh while he always hate. Now I see floods, fire, war. Ain't nobody teaching no more. The world done changed when y'all left the door. I miss your voice. You supposed to write there on Saturday. Seen the prophets like the front of us. Bobbling their hands, speaking heat like it was gun time. They ain't care who hated them. They love us more than comfort. Warning all the gangs. They even preached to baby mother. Told us Babylon would burn. And now it's matching every vision. Told us trust the most high. And not the system of religion. They ain't up for nothing back. They just cry out up in them trenches. And now the silence got me anxious. Like a trumpet missing pictures. Oh, I miss your voice. Need you now. I miss your voice, used to echo through the pavement. Preaching truth, not entertainment. Now the corner's vacant, used to hear repentant die. Now it's just shots and sirens fire. Looking at destruction on the rise. All the real ones went inside. I miss your voice, he always crying for the nation. And warning us by damnation. They laugh while he always hate. Now I see floods, fire, and war. Ain't nobody teaching no more. The world done changed when y'all left the door. Miss your voice. Remember seeing fringes in the summer heat. Scriptures flying faster than the gossip on the street. Keep the laws and repent. Man, them niggas say that with their chest. People stay to see you, now we living in regret. They call them crazy, call them ghosts, but them brothers shoulders old. Now the corners filled with ghosts, and the young was selling dope. They was out here still, I know a couple would've changed, but the prophets got pulled back. We walking through the flame. I see judges in the sky, ain't no one is left to cry. He gave signs, gave it time, but we played and lived in lies. Now I pray he show me mercy, cause I see what's coming near. And the voice of the prophets ain't ringing in my ear. I miss your voice, used to echo through the pavement. Preaching truth, not entertainment. Now the corner's vacant, used to hear repentant die. Now it's just shots and sirens flying by. Looking at destruction on the rise. All the real ones went inside. I miss your voice, I was crying for the nation. Warning us about damnation. They laugh like you always hate. Now I see floods, fire, and war. Ain't nobody teaching no more. The world done changed when y'all left the door. I miss your voice. 4BK saying I'm gone, man.
War going on outside, you in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside, from the dusk to the dawn outside. So in the morning outside, I'm catching breath when they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside, my sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, your bladder be on outside. Cause it's a war outside, I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside, I get it on outside. That's a definite, cannonball, wrecking shit. Excellent, rhyme Barack Obama like the president. I remain strong, King Kong with the prevalence. I show you exactly what we do, that's how I represent. Hardcore, heaven sent, chain on, hella bit. Throwing all black when they spot me like the leopard print. Oh, I got the braids in, shades on, made men. Cause we put in work, I stop the earth until it caved in. Walk strong, talk heavy, hold my own. You rock solid, well we bout to leave the sword and the stone. Nigga, we warriors, hardcore, tracking the pride. To let the Hebrew speak, nigga, general eyes. And we talk super heavy, nigga, that's a surprise. With all scripture, street talk, word to Captain the Kai, nigga, we blazing, ripping the mic with all facts, doing the knowledge to the max, till we cracking the pavement. UPK, y'all the one West Harlem, nigga. We spring forward and they falling like it's autumn, nigga. Talking to all them niggas born in the mud. If you ain't feeling this, you call them plug, and that's real. Oh, I get it, cat tie, all they're not of our kind. I get the order, then it's handle kind, not the one kind. Without a doubt in my mind, I'm finna stop and recline. Anybody that come against us, they should probably resign. Cause it's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. I hate these niggas throwing shots, but can they take some? Christ says, sell out your garments to get a sword now. I'ma go and sell off these polos to get a 4 pound. Damn sure ain't started the war, but I'ma end it. Cause the spiritual war could turn carnal any minute. I remember riding back in the days, window was tinted. But Salaki, I'm done with that carnal shit, I repented. And they bomb-proof the booth every time I'm about to go win it. You ain't know this shit, I live for this truth and I'ma defend it. And I get my second wind just as soon these niggas get winded. It's a war going on outside, I'm jumping in it. It's a war going on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside. From the dusk to the dawn outside. So in the morning outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside. My sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you glad it'll be all outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside.
Nobody's safe, it's a war out here. If you pussy in the streets, you a whore out here. See me all suited up in my fallout gear. 762, flip your fucking car out here. No burner, I still a break your jaw out here. No fear, if you scared, get a motherfucking pit. Or sit up in the church, you a motherfucking bitch. I give you in the verse what I give you in a clip. It's 32 rounds of fire, it never quit. Never. A lot of fuckery going down, so what's the purpose? Sick of hanging around these clowns, get out the circus. If you cross that line, then you get lit up. The worst is all black hearses, tinted with black curtains. Docs on site with medics and mad nurses. Leave us out your verses. Better. You don't want that kind of war, ready for that bullshit. Kinda like a matador. Get this kind of focus, you gon' need some Adderall. Something just to lock you in behind them padded walls. They say I got some screws loose, and that's true. Don't let me let them wolves through like it's a full moon. It's like I transform the booth to a war room. Come up with a strategy, maximizing your casualties. Courage of King David, battling like the Maccabees. Find out who you think that nigga, walk to him casually. Then proceed to bar his life away rapidly. Take a knee for your majesty, take it, they hate it savagely. I try leaving rap alone, but I guess that this had to be. Keep you grounded like gravity, in the field, but it's amity. Horror, I seen calamity, scar you up for my family. Mumble rappers be mad at me, fuck them up in they faculty. They words sweet, sit in they mouth and causing cavities. Yeah, it's a war, but none of you suckers worry. None of
war going on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside. From the dusk to the dawn outside. So in the morning outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawing outside. Cause it's a war outside. My sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you glad it'll be all outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the ball outside. I get it on outside. Yeah, we get it on outside. We out here, man. What the fuck y'all niggas doing, man? I'm gonna show you how we get it done. Hardcore. It's how we represent. Boots on, shades on, braids in, froze out, all black. No man safe from.
Getting in the barrel.
Yeah, this wine, this ain't no win. Well, you know, I ain't shit, man. You know, I'm just me. And, you know, whatever you want to call it is what it is, so be it. If another nigga change his life, they might try to charge me. I got wine, I got strong, you know I'm sippin'. If another nigga change his life, they might try to charge me. I got wine, I got strong, you know I'm sippin'. If another nigga change his life, they might try to charge me. I got wine, I got strong, you know I'm sippin'. Drinking for my infirmities. Blood on my mind, best believe it's heavy. Feel like boost and my heart is heavy. Gotta stay level-headed, gotta stay steady. You only love me when I smoke that weed. You only love me when I tote them guns. You only love me when I'm killing myself. You only love me when I'm doing bad. Fuck that, fuck y'all niggas. Ay, just talk to a nigga. Ay, he said he want a pack of blacks. Told that nigga I ain't buying that. What the fuck I look like buying you something that's gonna kill you, nigga? Huh? What sense do it make? I risk my life to save my people. And I'll be a dummy if I kill my people. Sorry to people out killing my people. Yeah, I'm walked in, yeah, I'm tapped in. Having tunnel vision, yeah, I be caught that. Freshness on the scene, and you know that. But with my brother, yeah, it's a toe tag. Nigga be out, you killing themselves. They going through something, they going through stress. I'm trying to save you from your motherfucking self. You better than that, you a prince of the power. Better fight them demons, yeah, no cowards. If another nigga changes life, they might charge me. I got wine, I got strong, you know I'm sippin'. If another nigga changes like they might charge me. I got wine, I got strong, you know I'm sick, man. We need help, yeah, we really need some healing. We changed our life, yeah, they after me for the killing. I sit back and think of what I wanna fulfill, and I did it for us, and that right there is a bigger reason. Another nigga change his life, they might try to charge me. I got wine, I got lean, you know I'm sippin'. Drinking for my infirmities, a lot of my mind, this shit is heavy. Gotta stay level-headed, gotta stay steady. Demons be coming, they coming for you. They coming with an army and artillery. With a sole mission to get rid of you. Getting bracket rights off your name. Now the demon even got some rank. If another nigga change his life, they might charge me. I got wine, I got lean, you know I'm sippin'. If another nigga change his life, they might charge me. I got wine, I got lean, you know I'm sippin'. I'm sippin'. If another change his life, they might charge me. Yeah, this one is ain't no me, yeah. When they be saying I'm gonna another nigga change his life.
All right, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana, where we teach so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians the truth about the Bible. They are God's chosen people, the Israelites, who the so-called Jew in the land of Israel pretends to be. They have stolen your identity. God would like you to take your identity and your culture back, so that he can send his son, your king, Yahushua, or better well known, Jesus Christ, to free you from your captivity in America. My lesson tonight is regarding food stamps, ICE, the oppression of blacks, Hispanics, and natives, and why blacks, Hispanics, and natives feel as though our oppressor cares if we share in their ideals. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about other blacks and Hispanics. When ICE first started, Hispanics were talking about, hell, when Donald Trump was running on the campaign of deporting all these immigrants, illegal or otherwise. Hispanics were voting for him and cheering him on. You know, I think there was some Puerto Rican sister or Hispanic sister who's saying, you know, we will vote for Donald Trump. And now there's nothing but sorrows at their doorsteps. Now you have blacks who are happy that food stamps is gone. You got, you know, terrible brothers who wanna insinuate that there's good in food stamps leaving because now women are gonna choose men again instead of trying to choose Uncle Sam, when that brother isn't in the spirit. You should never be happy that children are gonna go hungry. And honestly, that woman ain't gonna choose you for a sandwich. She might choose you for a night. What you really need to give a sister before she chooses a family again is knowledge, is culture. And that's what we do in the Israelite School of UPK. Hopefully I can get tonight's lesson across to where everyone can understand it well. We're going to start off with what I personally diagnose a lot of these brothers and sisters who say things like, yes, vote for Donald Trump. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that, you know, food stamps is gone. It's a terrible thing that y'all are making fun of Charlie Kirk's death and so on and so forth. People who say things like that and are black and Hispanic, I believe they have this right here. Go ahead, pull up that article, that Google search I have. What is Stockholm syndrome? The Google search, and then we'll get the video. If you're in the live, go ahead, like the live, share the live while you're here. Leave a comment if you have a question, or just come in and say hello. We would appreciate it. The Lord would appreciate it, so that this truth can be spread out through the globe. Let's say you're a coward and you don't want, you don't want to change your life. Well, don't hide God's truth from another brother who might. So go ahead and share this class. Go ahead and like it. Do something positive for the community for once, and at least share a message that will feed Black and Hispanic people. Go ahead, read it when you got it.
This is a definition of Stockholm Syndrome. It is a psychological response where a victim of abuse or captivity develops positive feelings, empathy, and loyalty toward the abuser or captor.
They develop it's a psychological development towards from a victim to their captor. Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, you are victims and captives here in America. That's you. You're that aspect of this syndrome, basically the one that it affects most. And you begin to develop. What do you begin to develop for your captor? Just go ahead and read it verbatim. I don't want to mess it up.
This is a victim of abuse of captivity develop positive feelings, empathy, and loyalty toward the abuser or captor.
Positive feelings. I will vote for Donald Trump. Why? Donald Trump don't like you. You develop positive feelings for Donald Trump. You develop positive feelings for Charlie Kirk.
Right.
He don't like you. Charlie Kirk said it was better for Black people to be in slavery. Charlie Kirk said that Black women don't have the brain processing power needed to hold powerful and important positions, which always drove me maddeningly crazy. Because Candace Owens is supposedly his best friend. Candace Owens is the only one who's actually been trying to fight for justice to try to make some sense of his unsensical murder. His what appears to be an FBI setup or some sort of intelligence agency setup assassination. This Black woman who's supposed to not have the brain processing power is solving the case. And yet Candace Owens stands next to Charlie Kirk as he says these terrible things and stands by him. Well, people like Candace Owens, they have positive feelings for their oppressor, positive feelings for someone who's has a higher position in this white society because of their inherent birth. Read that. Go ahead, read from Positive Feelings.
Develop positive feelings, empathy.
Empathy. They empathize with Charlie Kirk. They empathize with white racist Americans. That's what they're really doing when they complain about Black people and poor people. Generally, they want to masquerade Black with poor people. They would like to say, I just hate it. I'm gonna get a few videos coming up. I hate it when poor, this woman spent $37 on cupcakes for their child's birthday. That's not how you should spend food stamps. I'm so glad all these food stamps are taken away. That means that you're unempathetic for the poor, but you're very empathetic for who? A rich millionaire? Who the hell are you empathetic for? Food stamps is a drop in the bucket when you compare it to the defense budget. When you compare it to all the money that they just you mad that they give money to poor Americans, you don't know how much money they give away to other countries entirely. Feeding other countries entirely, which is just labeled as charity. The money they give to the billions they give to Israel, no one bats an eye and complains and cries about that. Now ask yourself why. Only ask yourself, why wouldn't you do that? Because you're sympathetic to white people. You're sympathetic to them. You're empathetic to what they hate. You're empathetic to what they like. That's what empathy means. It means I mirror your feelings. You're sad, I'm sad. I'm sad with you. Sympathy is I feel bad for you. Your situation makes me feel bad. Empathy means if you're mad, I'm mad. Like for real. I'm mad. She did what? She said what? Oh, what? Oh, who died? Oh, that's terrible. Sympathy is more like, you pitiful poor person. I pity you. That's what sympathy is more like. You empathize and mirror your oppressor's feelings because you're his slave and you want to be the best of them. What do you got?
It's like I said, back what you were saying, how much money they be giving to other countries. Just for your point, this America has given, United States has spent a record of at least 17.9 billion on military aid to Israel.
Is that in 1 year? How long did it take them to send 17 point what?
17.9.
$17.9 billion to one country. To one country. Don't let me get to counting all the other countries. Let me just look up. Can I get somebody to look up how much money is the food stamp budget? How much money is it a year to give everybody in this country food stamps that have it? I'm sure it's not that ridiculous number Yawash said. And even if the thing is, you hate the people that your oppressor hates because whoa, what's that say? Go ahead.
It's like it, sir. It said the fiscal year 2024, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, known as SNAP, has a federal budget of approximately $100.3 billion, which account for about 1.5% of total federal spending.
Brother, that's a drop in the bucket of the national budget. And how much did they give to Israel?
They gave him $17.9 billion to military aid to Israel, sir.
That's just the military aid they gave to Israel. If what you should pull up is all the other money, all the money they give to Israel, not just the military fund, because they give free college, free healthcare, and they give a child stipend to Israel. America does. They pay Israelis to have children, up to 3 of them. Send them it's like welfare. They give them. America gives every mother who has children, per how many kids they have, money to them. If you could generate that number, it might be hard to track. But either way, brothers and sisters, $100 billion is nothing to America when they spent $1 trillion on the war in the Ukraine. They still spend hundreds of billions now, even while the government is shut down. You understand? Because this place, and also Donald Trump didn't have to shut down food stamps. You know that? You know he could have kept it running while the government was shut down. The reason you're happy that food stamps is gone isn't for some logical reason like to save tax dollars. It's not for some reason like, oh, these people need to learn or they need to go back and build nuclear families. It's because you hate poor people. You hate God's people, blacks, Hispanics, and natives. That's why you do it. Go ahead, give me that video now. What if you did you? You could look for it later, I guess.
The early 1970s, an infamous bank robbery. The early 1970s, an infamous bank robbery in Stockholm, Sweden, hence the name Stockholm Syndrome, where you had a couple of bank robbers take hostages of people in the bank. But then something strange happened. Something about after 130 hours or so of being held hostage with people with at least one of them had a submachine gun. I mean, this was not nice. But something strange happened because the hostages began to feel grateful and kind toward the people who held them hostage. So one later recalled that he had one of the hostage takers was threatening to shoot him, but just in the leg, not in the brain. And he remembered how grateful he felt toward the hostage taker. Now, in one sense, that's true. I mean, you should be grateful.
He said one of the hostages used to he recanted and thought when his gratitude and affection started towards his captor, it was when Caucus, you think you zoom in just a little bit on that camera? It was when his captor said, "I'm gonna shoot you," probably for doing something erroneous, something that doesn't even matter, like disobey some dumb order that criminal did. that criminal asked for. And so he said, look, I'm gonna shoot you, but I'm not gonna shoot you in the head. I'm gonna shoot you in the leg. And that's when he was like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I love you. I love you, bank robber. That's what you're doing. That's what every coon, step and fetch it. Give me some more. Yeah, that's what every one of y'all is doing. When I see y'all begging, kneeling, crying, and validating the evil of our oppressor. Officer Tatum, I'm looking at you. Candace Owens, what them twins name? The whole Hodge twins. All of you black people, a lot of y'all are just genuine sellouts, genuinely. But some of y'all really believe it. Y'all really believe it. And y'all have this syndrome right here. You have been so utterly destroyed in America that the little bit they give you feels like a weight, feels like the world has been lifted off your shoulders, and now they deserve your love, admiration, and your loyalty, your defense. No, you forget exactly the reason why you were suffering here in the first place. No, you got it. Go ahead, finish that video out.
Well, he's not going to shoot you in the head. On the other sense, I think people can understand there is something a little strange there of identifying with your hostage taker. And so out of this, a psychologist came up with this idea of Stockholm Syndrome, where people are sometimes held captive, or sometimes today it's being applied to people in abusive situations. Some of them sometimes ended up identifying more with the abuser and feeling kind and thankful toward their abuser.
All right, I'm going to get y'all
the early 1970s. And
I'm gonna try to get this right. I'm gonna get y'all Salaki. Jumped in. I'm gonna get y'all a cat right now who's got Stockholm Syndrome. All right. I'm gonna get you this Negro. I'm gonna get y'all I'll get this chart later. But I'm gonna get y'all a step and fetch it. I'm gonna get y'all a loud and wrong coon. Give me some coon analogies, y'all. Been a while. Bootlickers, definitely some bootlickers. These going out sad brothers.
What do you call it? Brown nosing, or what do you call it?
Brown nosers, yeah. But this is, it's worse than that. These is shucking and jiving, that kind of dancing for the white man's pleasure. These kinds of brothers, this one right here, he's a legend. Now, y'all, at the end of this video, y'all try to guess what nationality his wife is.
Things I really hate about seeing this. I'm going to shop to deck this shit out today. Look at my backyard. This gets for free. Meanwhile, you would never switch lives with them. That's why I said in my first video, I'm not too concerned about what the fuck they doing. I'm trying to get rich every day. I'm trying to get more and more money.
I don't care what they doing. I don't care what they doing in the government. I don't care who they oppress in the government. I'm trying to get rich. Selfish. Hate doesn't care about the poor, doesn't care about the people who need help. Go ahead, keep playing. Y'all feel free to chime in whenever you like.
It is what it is. But at the same time, there's y'all who are trying to like virtue signal. Like y'all don't understand why regular, everyday, struggling Americans get upset when they say they don't want.
Why would a everyday working American be upset about somebody getting food stamps? Can somebody answer that question? And that's not rhetorical. Give me your top 3 reasons why you think an average working American would be upset at a food stamp recipient. Please give me your answers in the chat as well. I'm gonna tell y'all one that I know is a fact. Jealousy. You're jealous. You're jealous of a poor person, which is sad. It's very sad. But you literally look into their cart and see that they have food, and you don't feel good because you know that they're poor, and it doesn't and you think that they should be beneath you and not eat as well as you do. That's why you are upset at food stamp recipients. Go ahead.
So like that's what you're saying. They, like people don't realize they think when you think of food stamp or SNAP, they're thinking no one that person is not working. It's a threshold that he has to meet. He has fall under the poverty wager to even get SNAP. If you can make $12,000 a year, you can probably more likely qualify for SNAP if you got one kid or two kids. So it don't mean that the people is just out there just getting SNAP. I mean,
Right.
these are all some of them are working class people is getting SNAP. I mean, because I mean you know, man, look at at your people, black, Hispanic, Native American, as you know what I mean, as they milking the government and just they're being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? And by a group, by the government. You know what I mean, that's all it is. So like it.
Hey, that's exactly right. You seem weak. First off, you over here a word about what's in another man's on another man's plate and what's in another man's pocket. He talking about getting rich. Nobody ever wonders where the rich people get their money from. Who's paying for the rich people's food? I'm gonna tell you, and what you said is exactly right. To get food stamps, there's no way to get food stamps and not be working. Only ways to get it and not be working is to be a pregnant mother or a refugee. Those are the only ways I know you can get food stamps. So that means somebody had to blow your country up, or you have to be a woman with child who cannot work for herself to feed herself. Do you understand what I'm saying? These are the heartless people who this is the now if you are a American, a hardworking American who gets up in the morning and hates food stamp recipients, you're a heartless, cold, godless bastard, according to the Bible. Nah, I didn't say that. I'm gonna get some precepts for you. Let me get one actually. Go ahead.
While you was talking about the budget, I went on ahead and looked up because I had a sneaking suspicion that this ain't about a budget. Like people's hate for uh apparently people seem to think that only blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans receive food stamps or receive them at the highest rates. So so I had a sneaking suspicion that this ain't about a budget.
Right.
I looked up the military budget and the police budget because of course you know that they deployed the National Guard in Washington D.C. and they also constantly increased the police budget. The military budget of 2024 was $997 billion, and then the police budget was 11, I believe it was like $11.7 billion.
God
Whole
damn.
time, both of them, not that's not even including ICE. I didn't look up ICE, but all three are policing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Meanwhile, what was it? What was it? 100 billion for food for SNAP benefits, which is 1.5 of the federal spending, and more so-called Caucasians receive those benefits than blacks or Hispanics. I got a feeling that this ain't about a budget. This is what you're saying. This is about hatred for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Salakia.
Hey, give him a hand. He's exactly right. This has nothing to do with money, saving it or nothing. This is you being a jealous, hateful bastard. You don't like the poor people. Why? Because they're poor. You know what I hate? I hate people who love the rich because they're rich. You know what that is? We call that fanned out. The kids call that you fanned out. You over here, you jaw jacking somebody for the clothes they wear, for the money they got, when they're a terrible freaking person. Look at Diddy. Y'all love Diddy, and y'all still excuse him too. By the way, y'all love Diddy and Diddy, but I wouldn't let Diddy nowhere near my damn kids, and you probably wouldn't either, because Diddy is a terrible person. But you love Diddy because he got money. You love Diddy because he got money. It means that y'all are low moral. You have low morals because as soon as some money walk in the room, you'll do anything for $1. You know what we call that? Prostitution. That's what we call that. Go ahead and get what you got.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 5. Whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished.
Read that again, brother. I need you to read that with some more strength. Is that on the screen?
Put it on the screen.
Yeah, let the brothers and sisters see this. Let this coon I'm about to blaze on read this and understand that he hates God.
Come on, come on. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 5. Whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished.
If you mock the poor, you make fun of the poor, you over here glad at their calamities, you're happy that they're losing food, you're happy that they can't feed themselves. God looks at you like a reproach. He goes the opposite way of you. God says, get away. I don't like this one. You're a terrible godless, what I say, bastard, heathen, whatever you want to say. That's the Bible. I didn't Google YouTube, Facebook. I didn't make that up. That's the Bible. I have no opinion on these people in particular, but God has an opinion, and I must bring it out. Whosoever reproacheth, mocketh the poor. If you mock the poor, make fun of the poor, y'all are over here. Now I told my ribs, so I made a joke. Now this is different. I'm gonna try to break this down. I made a joke. I said, "Man, food stamps going away. It's about to get hard out here. Girls gonna start selling it for a lot less now." Now that's a joke. That's a joke I made, but I'm not mocking them. I'm not happy that women are selling their bodies at all. But I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. Not these brothers and sisters. These brothers and sisters mock the poor. Mocking. What they do is they go out and they make a video smiling, happy about the situation that these brothers and sisters, children, old people will have to suffer and go through. They got lines going up the block at food banks. White lines mostly. You know, white people are mostly on food stamps, right? Let's get that next. No, I still want to talk more about what this Negro says. This is why the Bible had rules that if you don't act like an Israelite, we kick you out of the race. Because some of you niggas, I'd be like, can we kick him out? Can he not be black? I understand the spirit of that law. I understand the spirit of that. Go ahead.
We taking your black cards a lot.
Yeah, God used to take black cards. He gave them all back though. Everybody got it back until Christ come back. Then we might take it again. We might take them again. Salaya, go ahead with the video. Until the 10th generation, his black card shall not return.
People on SNAP benefits. Don't act like you ain't never paid all your bills and had this much money left over to make stretch for your food while you see somebody who looks like a lesser person of you walking through the fucking grocery store.
What the hell does he mean by lesser person? He says, don't act like you ain't never walked through the grocery store pushing your little cart up and you see somebody who's lesser than you with a cart this tall. What I say, jealousy. Some weird I won't say female, because I know some women who don't get jealous. Some weird, I'm gonna say it, y'all. Some bitch behavior. I can't really condone these kinds of people, man. I can't stand next to them. I can't say much about them. And the only thing that makes sense to why you would act like this is that you gargling the white man's rod so tough that you gotta hate black people. Like, damn. Salagia. Go ahead, keep playing the video.
Groceries stacked up to here.
Look at him smiling.
Kids acting crazy, hanging off the fucking shelves. Groceries stacked up here.
He hate they kids.
They happy as fuck. You stressed. Y'all
pause.
are in the same store. You stressing.
Now, what do we say you need to have food stamps? You got to either have a blown up country, be a pregnant mother who who can't feed herself, or you gotta be making less. You gotta be making minimum wage or less. And this man hates them. He hates everything about them. He hates that you think she would like to, you don't think that she would like her children to act well in the grocery store? You don't think that she would like you don't think she would like to live a better lifestyle than having to ask the government for food stamps every month? She does that because she got to, Negro. That's what she got to do. There are some people out here who aren't capitalist idiots, and they know that there ain't much a black person could do to make it get ahead in this world. Ain't much a black person could do, so they gotta do everything they can to make it. Do you understand what I'm saying? That if I got the same job as a white man, they're gonna give him a raise, and they're not even gonna talk. They're not even gonna say raise in front of me. You understand? We could get hired at the same time. That white man's gonna get more money than me. I mean, that this is statistically provable. This is the world that black people live in. A man like this would have me believe that if I work even harder, I can overcome all of this, which is idiotic. Why would you? It's like telling someone in Auschwitz, if you shovel this ditch hard enough, you won't get buried in it. No, nigga, it's a system on top of my head. Does anybody got anything? You can close that video. I'm done with that, brother. Go ahead.
No, this is. I think we call these some haters. Like, cause I'm pretty sure that this is the same brother that was looking for a stimmy check, whether he got one or not. I'm sure if one went his way, he definitely didn't deny it and be like, "Nah, I refuse to receive anything that the government gives me." So let the sister be, just like you received that stimmy, whether you needed it or not, whether you depended on it or not. You know what I mean? Let that sister, let that brother get their little food stamps and mind yours. You know what I mean? Salakia.
Heavy on the mind yours. Mind your business. That's what a lot of y'all ain't doing. Y'all ain't minding y'all freaking business, man. Y'all over here too worried about what's on a poor person's plate, but be anything Elon Musk does. Oh, that's Elon. He's the best. He's the smartest. Elon ain't invented a goddamn thing since he been alive, except how to make money off of slave labor in emerald mines in Africa. He said, Dad, you ain't doing this right. I know how to run this business. Move around. I got you. He took that money, started flipping it and investing it, getting lucky here, getting lucky there. And now look, y'all all, worship him because he's rich and he's high as a kite. What y'all say y'all hate baby mama culture? Oh, she got 3, 4, 5, 6 kids hanging off the grocery cart. Damn Elon Musk kid over there bullying reporters in the Oval Office. Got 15 some kids unaccounted for he ain't talking to. Y'all all talk about Nick Cannon. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't say a word about Elon Musk because y'all don't care. It's not about the moral of the story. It's not about the moral of the matter. It's about how much money the man has. Right. If he got enough money, he can get away with anything. He can get away with murder to you. So like you. Go ahead and get that next video.
Some of this?
No, you can close that one. Actually, I'll probably take a preset. Let me get
There's a video right here.
Let me get Proverbs 22:22. Hey, if you got any comments or questions, type them into the chat. If you got anything you want to say, we'll read it out for you. Also like the live. We do this every day for free. If you are in the area, if you're in Killeen or anywhere in Texas, you can come down to the building, attend class in person, ask your questions in person. Instead of being an in the closet Israelite, you could be in the field and talk to some people like a real person. It's good to get out the house once in a while. So we ain't gonna hurt you or nothing, brother or sister. All right, go ahead.
Come on. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 22. Rob not the poor, because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate.
Salakia. Rob not the poor because he's poor. See, what you want to do is you want to take what little the poor have. Damn, $1,000 a month in food stamps is too much. It's too much when they make $400 a week. Add that up. Add that up. What is that? $400 a week. 1,600. That's $3,000 total to survive when rent is $2K. Go ahead.
$1,000 a month is a way overestimate. Like
It
if you
is.
getting like if you getting like 400 a month, 4, 5, maybe 600 a month on food stamps, like that takes some crazy circumstances. But most people, it's like a maybe 2.
Yeah, 2 to 4.
Yeah, I think that's about the average.
No, you're right. I know. What I did is I did a hyperbole. They can't. I don't want them to complain about the people who make the most in food stamps. There's a white woman who was getting $4,000 in food stamps. That's gotta be because she's white, but she getting $4,000 a month, and she's bragging about it on TikTok. And I think she got like 4 kids. I don't give her money. I don't want to see. I don't want to see her toxic ass at work, anyways. That's a fact. Some people I pay to keep out of my job space. You understand what I'm saying? I do not want this white woman over me because what's gonna happen is they're gonna hire that white woman. She's gonna be my manager, and now I have a lot more hell at work. You understand? Speaking of how much it costs to keep people like this out of the workplace, Google, not Google. Go to that video. Go to this video. Understanding SNAP. This will tell you exactly how much you pay if you make about $40,000 a year, and that goes towards food stamps. It's also going to debunk a few myths about food stamps that the right is pushing. Go ahead, whenever you got it. Yes.
About who uses SNAP is a complete lie. The right is using this misleading visual to push the narrative that the majority of the 42 million food stamp recipients are non-white and non-citizens, which would somehow justify letting people go hungry, but it's not true. 35% of SNAP benefits go to white people, making up the largest share, and nearly 90% of SNAP recipients are US-born citizens. The rest are refugees, naturalized citizens, and permanent lawful residents. And guess what else? 70% work full-time. That means SNAP is subsidizing the companies that won't pay their workers a living wage. Even the creators of the chart, a blog called The Personal Finance Wizards, which sounds super trustworthy, admitted that the graph highlights a selection of ethnicities they felt would be most relevant.
Look, so first off, they're putting out fake news about all these other nationalities that are getting food stamps. That's not real. Second, white people are getting food stamps the most. Third, did she cover that part yet about how much it costs to get it to pay for food stamps a year?
Let me see.
She's talking lightning fast.
Yeah, she's talking real fast.
And engaging for their audience. So companies
Just
that
roll it
won't
back
pay
up
their
a second,
workers a
I got
living
it.
wage.
Yeah,
Even
right
the creators of the SNAP recipients are US-born citizens. The rest are refugees, naturalized citizens, and permanent lawful residents. And guess what else?
90% are 90% of people who get snaps are citizens. The rest are refugees, naturalized, which means they got their citizenship through through doing that little whatever the hell they had to do, that 10 years of proving you're not some sort of outside agent and all the other steps, the many steps that you have to take to become a naturalized citizen. 10% get our own food stamps, but 90% are naturally homeborn food citizens. Excuse me.
70% work full-time. That means SNAP is subsidizing the companies that won't pay their
and 70% are full time. And when she says that SNAP it, or that the government is subsidizing the companies that hire people who are on SNAP, that means that there is a racket going on. That means companies like Walmart, which is famous for this. Walmart will make sure you make below or at the poverty line so you qualify for food stamps. Then they'll give their worker a 10%. Here, come in, you got a 10%. You already work here. You're getting off work. Why don't you come shop at Walmart? You shop at Walmart, spend all your food stamps at Walmart. So they pay barely anything to work there, and they get all your food stamps, which is basically what they call a racket back in the day. And then, but the thing about it is the government also pays Walmart extra money. That's what a subsidy is. It's like a grant for businesses. Pays Walmart even more money to be like, hey man, thanks for taking care of these people, hiring on these people, giving them jobs and things like that. That's America. Blessing the hand of the rich and people who are barely making it, the poor, you guys are demonizing and complaining and crying about. When really this the people who the reason why these people have to get food stamps is because of companies like Walmart, companies like McDonald's, who refuse to pay what they call living wages. I'm not getting into all that, but I am getting into black Hispanic reactions. I understand white people's reaction. White people are the pretty hateful in the world, statistically speaking. They generally hate the poor here in America, especially right, left, or center of the aisle. That's just how they are. But black Hispanics and natives, you are to be better than them. You are to be better than them. Let's finish this video and I'll get a verse about that.
Workers a living wage. Even the creators of the chart, a blog called the Personal Finance Wizards, which sounds super trustworthy, admitted that the graph highlights a selection of ethnicities they felt would be most relevant and engaging for their audience. So it's basically propaganda meant to turn people against their neighbors instead of those actually responsible. Billionaires and politicians who rig our system to favor the rich. Average taxpayer spends roughly $32.
Pause. Oh my goodness. I didn't know this. Did you know that the average taxpayer spends $32 a month to supply into SNAP? $32 a month. That coon, that shucker and jiver, that step and fetch it was complaining about $32. Crying about $32. Go ahead.
So like it, he complained about $32. I know the brother gave a good class a couple of weeks ago about your paycheck. Like, you worry about that 32. What's about the man named FICA? So he taking more than $32 out your check.
Who's this FICA?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
How about that nigga FICA? That nigga
right.
FICA, boy, we need to get after
when
him.
I catch this
Yeah,
FICA cat who be taking all this money out my check, boy, it's up for him.
Yeah, we need to get FICA. Well, FICA, we need to find his ass.
Yeah, it ain't no $32. It's a little more than that. Yeah, you're complaining about $32. Even if it's double that, what are you complaining about? For a month? For 1 month. I don't even want to know. Well, apparently the defense budget is 10 times this number. So the average taxpayer is paying $300 some dollars so he can get Rodney Kinged by the police. So he can get his back broken by the police and hopefully get a lawsuit paid, but they won't face any criminal charges because they have qualified immunity. The politicians made them immune to prosecution. This is America. That's why I said this is nothing to do with money. This is nothing to do with, just like the ICE raids. This has nothing to do with crime. This has nothing to do with what does Donald Trump say this is about? Gang behavior? MS-13? I've never met an MS-13 person in my life. I be in the barrio. I talk to these cats. I talked to Yashikar right on the border. He said, nah, no MS-13 here. Them niggas scary though. He be like, them niggas scary though. They don't do that over here. All of that is just a means to an end to further oppress the poor. You got something, Knock?
So like it says, I what you're saying, but people understand this is the start of how to make America great in the eyes of Donald Trump. Is to starve the poor and feed the rich. That's just their slogan, make America great. This is the beginning of it. It's like it.
No, the water. That's exactly right. America will be great when they have slaves again. And that's something I've always been saying. Hopefully people with eyes to see are starting to realize it. All right. So, and remember how I started this off. Some people I would pay not to be at work. $32 and not have that crazy shorty at my job. Take $64. Take it. I don't give a damn. Take the money. Take whatever you want from Barack Yachek. But brother, it's just so gut-wrenchingly horrible to see how people hate the people with the least. It's very interesting. And then say nothing about the rich. Oh, because you want to be rich. Go ahead and play the video. You can start a few seconds back if you want.
Go back some more.
Yeah, if you want. Not that far back. Dang. Yeah, right there.
Instead of those actually responsible billionaires and politicians who rig our system to favor the rich. Average taxpayer spends roughly $32 a month on SNAP benefits, but about $56 a month on corporate subsidies. That's almost double. And 86% of all SNAP benefits go to households with a child, elderly person, or someone with disabilities. I'd rather my money go towards food for my neighbors, which is better for the economy, by the way, than prop up corporations that refuse to pay fair wages or lower prices.
Pause.
This
Yeah,
dollar chart-
so you're paying more in taxes to give multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar corporations a tax break more than you are to pay to feed a family. So there's that. I feel bad for if there's any brothers or sisters out there who are in need of help. If they are in need of any food or anything like that or supplies, you contact your local ISUPK branch in the nearest. Google it in your nearest area, and they'll be able to help and facilitate something for you. Let's get Jeremiah 2 Salakia and 14.
So like I said, with this snap thing taking effect with nobody getting snapped, it's gonna cause a train reaction. You're gonna see a lot more homeless people. It's gonna be a lot of evictions coming down the pipeline because they're gonna have to make the choice: either feed their child or pay the rent. So like yeah.
It's going to be a lot. The Bible says times like this will come. My people are not ready, and that's kind of the worst thing about this. Hunger, wars, rumors of wars, famine, pestilence, all of these things are coming to my people, and they refuse to take the counsel that can save them from it. That's what I don't like. But you keep trying to play white people games, and you'll win white people prizes. But you're black, so go ahead.
What you saying is so heavy. All of this is fear is one hell of a drug. Like all of this is coming from fear. From fear makes you a coon, and so like you described Stockholm syndrome earlier. So that if your oppressor is going to shoot you, at least shoot me in the leg and not in the head. That's all this is about. Any black person that's upset with any black, Hispanic, or Native American getting government assistance. But if you choose your oppressor, he's going to further oppress you. I hope you understand that. And like you said, if you are afraid, you should choose your brothers. We got safe havens for black, Hispanics, and Native Americans if you are afraid. It's an ISUPK in every major city, in every state, and in most countries. If you're afraid, you should reach out to your brothers, because eventually it's going to get to a point where all we have is one another. But if you're constantly fetching and stepping for your oppressor, then you're gonna make it real difficult for yourself in those times. Salakia.
That's a fact. Give him a hand.
Yeah, sir.
And back on that getting shot in the leg over the head, imagine that, right? Imagine that happening to somebody. It's like, shoot me. Oh, he shot me in the leg. He's such a kind and merciful dude. The next guy gets shot in the foot, and you're like, why he only gets shot in the foot? And now you're mad at the dude who got shot in the foot versus the dude who's shooting people. That's what you look like when you complain about people getting food stamps. That's what it looks like when you complain about people getting Section 8. You're mad at the person in poverty instead of the person who put them in poverty. Like, goddamn. Salakia? Exactly. Go ahead and read what you got.
Come on. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? He is a homeborn slave.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Or is he a homeborn slave?
See, Jeremiah is asking a question. Are you a servant? Is that what you are? And this is talking to Israel, so I don't want you Christians to assume it's about you. There's no spiritual Israelites. Just like there's no spiritual Africans or spiritual Asians. There's no spiritual what else? No spiritual any race of people on this planet. Jeremiah is talking to his people. He said, "Are you a servant? Are you a homeborn slave? Is this your home, black people? Is America your home? A lot of y'all look like you're real comfy here. I'm uncomfortable. I've only been a lot of black people are uncomfortable and they try to fix America, try to change America from the inside. You ain't gonna change this place. This is you gonna live in this broken home as a servant until you die. Is that what you want? Is that what blacks, Hispanics, and natives want? I know y'all want bare minimum because of the oppression you've suffered. You know, you wouldn't mind being shot in the leg as long as it's not the head. But God would want much more for you. God appointed something higher for you if you would only listen. Go ahead and finish that up.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
Why are blacks, Hispanics, and natives spoiled? Black people have never asked themselves that. Sometimes y'all do when y'all want to blame God for all your problems. You want to blame God. Where was God during slavery? If you ask that question in earnest, you can get an answer. You want to know the spirit in which you ask that question? You ask it like a child. You ask it like someone who doesn't want to listen to God because you feel upset about why he didn't help you then. And it's funny now instead of looking for God for help, now you look for the person who put you in slavery to help you. So I know that's not a genuine complaint. Slavery wasn't even that bad to everybody I hear ask that question. Ask me how I know. Because they date white women. Slavery couldn't have been that bad. You love it. You lip locking with the slave master's daughter. Yes, slavery wasn't that bad to you, so I don't want to hear that from you. But if you truly want to know, you truly want to figure out why God, go to verse 12 on that same chapter. You want to know what's going on, why we are spoiled. Spoiled means to be made a possession, a treasure, or some sort of an item, tradable item. If you want to know why you're somebody else's possession or treasure or spoil, somebody else's loot, it's because of what our fathers did. It's because of what they did. So when you figure that out, Yawash, then you figure out what you need to do.
All right.
You know what blacks, Hispanics, and natives always do? They always grow up, become terrible people, and blame their parents for why they're terrible people. That's all they do. Oh, it's because my mother did this, and my daughter and my cousins did that. My brothers and sisters did that. What are you gonna do about it? I can't do nothing. It's already over for me. No, how about if you know all this stuff that's going on with you? I've been thinking like this since I was a young child, right? It seems like it only makes logical sense. Y'all stop me if nothing I'm saying makes sense. If you know your parents, the way they treated you, the way they talked to you, what they did to you, their lack of affection, their lack of care for you, their neglect led you to have these feelings and outbursts and you acting a certain way like this, then why don't you grow up to be better? Why don't you grow up to be a better person instead of a worse person? That's what God is trying to teach you right here. God's teaching you, yeah, your father's effed up, so now you're here. This got little to do with me. God didn't put you in slavery. God let you go into slavery because your parents let go of God. Now, I hope you're mature enough to hear that. I hope you're mature enough to understand that. We went into slavery because of grandpa. Now I'm gonna work so my son doesn't have to stay in slavery. Do you understand? That's what being a responsible adult is. Read what you got.
There's a book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 12. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this.
See, heaven itself is surprised by what 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 is happened. Heaven is surprised. Be astonished, because if I told you God's favorite people are about to double cross and about to switch up on him, you'd be like, no, that's ridiculous.
Right.
They finna do what? They finna go burn incense to idols? They finna do what? They finna go celebrate their birthday? What? Christmas? But God gave them this land. God promised their forefathers all this, and they'll soon inherit this. Why would they do that? We'll read it again.
Come. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this,
The angels will be astonished at this. Keep reading.
and be horrible afraid. Be ye very desolate, said the Lord.
See that we're gonna be desolate. You're gonna be astonished and desolate. The place that God put up for us will be taken away. It'll be taken away because the person who gave it to us isn't there to protect us anymore. You understand? Everyone around us will then make treasure and spoil out of us. Y'all act like God built them slave ships. Y'all act like God built those boats and told white people to get on them and come and grab us, told Africans to come and grab us up. No, that's not what happened. And you can't get mad at God for not protecting you when you didn't uphold your end of the bargain. This might be a little bit too mature for you to hear. A little bit too mature for you to hear, but think of it like this. Would you expect a man to stay with a woman who cheated on him? Would you expect a man? All she had to do, baby, I'm gonna do all this. I'm gonna hold this down. All you gotta do is, just hold the loyalty line for me. And she go out and give it to somebody else. Would you expect him to hold her down, be her man still? Or would you think it's perfectly fine for him to walk away? Yeah, anybody feel free to answer that. Well, that's how God feels. Go ahead, keep reading.
Come. Verse 13. Verse 13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
See, we have forsaken God. We look at this Bible as something old, unnecessary. You think there's better wisdom out there. Y'all think that y'all don't need God, y'all need Uncle Sam. Y'all think that, food stamps was gonna last forever and public housing was gonna last forever. I've been telling you that one day all of this is going away. We've forsaken the fountain of living waters, which is a metaphor to say, if you have this, you are good. Living waters is how the biggest city in every place on the planet has living water, aka a river running through it. But we forsook the river. We thought we were gonna dig up wells in a desert. We thought we could find something where nothing was. There's nothing out there for blacks and Hispanics outside of this Bible, except what? Unless you think it's wise to be a drug dealer, a OnlyFans model, a drug addict, just living, I guess, your life day by day, thrill by thrill. If that's fun to you, I guess you could do that. But that's not how you live. That's how you die. Go ahead, read that again.
Come. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters. They have hewed them out of cisterns, broken cisterns that can't hold no water.
See, blacks, Hispanics, and natives, we've done two things wrong. We've forsaken the Lord's living water, his information, his laws, statutes, and commandments, the knowledge that he gave our forefathers, that our forefathers forsook. We forsake it to this day. The mistake our forefathers made, our mothers made, that you like to blame your mother for, why you don't know how to keep a man because your mama didn't know how to keep a man. Well, you don't know how to keep a man because you don't read the Bible. I just solved your problem. Are you willing to accept that? You don't know how to keep a household together as a man. You don't know how to be a husband because you don't read the Bible. You think that buying whores is is perfectly fine behavior. You think that what getting rammed up the back. What do these cats be doing? Like, I don't know what these. I'll be on the internet so much I don't know what nobody doing out though. I don't know what these cats are doing.
What?
You know, snitching. I don't know, drug dealing, gang banging. I'm old now. I'm like I'm like you, brother. We-
Yeah, I don't know, sir. What they be doing?
they be whatever you think they you thinking that that's all wise. That's the way to go about your life. That is not it. That's the only that's only the way to die. We forsook God's knowledge. You thought that you wonder to yourself, why can't you get this right? Why is life moving this way for you? It's because you refuse to follow the laws of God, follow the God's true words. You think you can find them in that church or in that mosque, you're wrong. It's very plain to see that those people are not of God. I mean, they gay as all hell. I mean, if you want to be gay, you could be gay. Just like I said, you want to go do drugs, you can do drugs. But that ain't godly. They thieves and liars, and they sleeping with everybody's wife and children. Now, I don't really think you can do any of that. You can't steal in this country. You can't sleep with people's children. But I mean, y'all seem to think that's okay for your pastor.
Right.
This is what this is what I'm saying. If you want to follow God, you really find him. It's pretty easy to tell who's a godly man and who's not. You fake Israelites as well. Y'all find out every year, every other month that your leader or someone high in your organization is a creep or some gross, he's a gross, nasty, nasty man. He's a nasty Nate. He's a drug addict. He changes your doctrine to let him sleep with white women or with prostitutes, and y'all say, "Con out of one con, yes, yes, elder."
Right.
What they be saying? Yes, elder, deacon, deacon, so wise, bishop, so wise. You're a Christian too. That's why we say you're Christian, because you do exactly what a Christian does. You excuse evil because I guess that's your favorite. He know how to talk. He know how to orate. I don't know how to talk. I don't enunciate the right ways, y'all watch, so they don't listen to me. But you'll listen to that pedophile though. Do your thing, brother. Go ahead.
It's like it. As Everett just saying, like the pastor, like they're supposed to be giving marriage counseling, right? You got two couples that go up to the pastor and they get prayed over their marriage, but the pastor really praying for them to break up, so he could get with her. That's what he really praying for. Like, yeah, sister, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, sister, don't leave that man so I get it.
Yeah,
so I get it.
half the time he already sleeping with her. Yeah, he definitely praying. Sometimes he praying that y'all stay together because he been sleeping with her already and he don't want to get caught up on no kid scare. That's the kind of men that y'all be following out there. I would pray that y'all change your leaders and get some real righteous leaders. I tell you to try Commander General Yohana. Commander General, your fake Israelite group, your Christian church, your Muslim mosque is not feeding anybody. Commander General Yohana is feeding swaths of people. We even feed white people. Even I don't y'all say we racist. I don't know. I passed some plates out to some white people. Have you done that before?
Sir.
So I don't know what to tell you. But y'all choose the leader you like, and that's what you've done. When in this verse is talking about here, you refuse the living waters of the Lord, and you hewn to yourself broken cisterns. You think that you can collect water in these broken doctrines out of these broken preachers and pastors and fake Israelite deacons and bishops. You're gonna pour. You're gonna end up being somebody's what they call that, the with the red, that maid's tail, and like if they got in the IUIC, you're gonna be somebody's maid's tail over there giving sexual favors to somebody's husband, but you ain't his wife, and giving them all your money. You're gonna be like that. You're gonna be following after some dude who take it up in the words of Officer Karab, the dookie shoot. That's what you're gonna be following after. Getting pegged, brother. getting pegged, and then defending them online. We love you, chief head priests. You nasty too. I think all y'all getting pegged like to get pegged personally. That just only makes sense to me. So, that's what you've done. And that's what we've done. So when you do those things, don't expect for things to change. Don't expect that you can stay a different version of your parents, and then the next generation doesn't have to go through slavery. The next generation gets to inherit heaven because you're a different version of your grandparents. No, heaven doesn't come through that. You got to truly change. Salakia. Go ahead. No, that's yeah, let's get let's get a couple verses. Let's get Ecclesiastic Proverbs 22:16.
Proverbs 22:16.
Come.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches.
See, this is what y'all think y'all doing. When they don't get food stamps, we gonna get a little. I gotta save some of my taxes. You want to save $35 that bad? You want to save $35 that bad? You want to oppress the poor that bad? The Bible calls a gleaning your field. You taking a little corner. You taking every single grape off of the corner of your field so that the poor can't eat. The Bible says. What does the Bible say? Salakia.
Come on. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want.
All of that penny pinching you thinking about doing, you're not rich. And all y'all do is give that money to the rich anyway. What you gonna go buy? A Gucci bag? Some Hermes? You want to go buy you some fashion. Go buy you something that ain't worth a damn, and now you're in want next. Now you're in the food bank. And you're the person that the next person hates. See, you think that all this hating of food stamp recipients and immigrants makes you look better to white people. It really makes you look terrible to God. God is going to make sure that you truly understand what those food stamp recipients have to go through. God is going to show you what it's like to have your family separated illegally, by the way. So let me get that clip. We're getting into the ICE part. Illegally, by the way. So that, oh my goodness, bro. So that you can understand not to ever treat people like that again. The Bible calls the earth the place of judgment. That's what the Bible calls earth. This is the place where you get judged again. See if you're a terrible person. See what you do in this scenario because you did this in this one. Brother, you should not be over here laughing about a poor person. God can make you poor. You shouldn't be laughing at a cripple or lame. You shouldn't be laughing at anyone for their conditions that they don't control. Poverty, so on and so forth. It really is not even cool. It's really lame. But God is so terrible that God will see you for it, brother. Now Google this for me. Look up Charleston White. Charleston White's been talking about how he supports ICE. Charleston White is as smart as he is dumb. Now make that make sense. Yeah, just Google search it. Right. So Charleston White said that, it's good that they're coming over here ICE is coming over here to pick them up because he thinks because they breaking the law. If you an illegal immigrant, you know what it is. So what ICE is doing is good. Think about it as ICE has been considered illegal in multiple courts in the United States of America, and they deport people illegally. I'll get a case of that where they deported a sister for not giving one of the ICE officers sexual favors. So they deported her. when she had her legal papers, I think she was naturalized even. Nah, not that one. I'll show you though. I'll show you which one to click. Click video. Let's see. This one right here. All right, you good. Oh yeah, you do your thing. Yeah, I'm muted.
Okay, how long you been here? You got here legally, right? Then ICE is doing nothing wrong. ICE is doing their job. You got people who work for ICE, who don't make the rules. They have to follow rules. And right now they have a president and an administration saying this is what we're going to do. And by the way, man, I think Obama deported more immigrants than probably anybody in the last 4 presidents. So, but homie, you can't be mad at people, homie. The people came here illegally, and man, yeah, I support ICE 100%. That's 100%. Get their ass out of here, nigga. More job for our babies during summertime. Now,
Yeah, Charleston White's a dummy. Charleston White often weighs in on situations he barely knows anything about. He did that with Carmelo Anthony. He said that Carmelo Anthony is guilty, knowing nothing about his case. Salakia. Go ahead.
So like it was with them. I think you had words for that beginning of the class. You were using some adjectives and adverbs you were using to describe a man like this. What you was calling a man like this?
He's a coon. He's
Right, there you
stepping fetches. This brother doesn't know. If you automatically take the side of the rich, you automatically take the side of the oppressor instead of the oppressee. You're probably wrong, brother. Especially when you're an oppressee. Charleston White is dead wrong. Not that I'm a fan of Obama, but Obama did not do what ICE is doing. He did not go into no kids' classroom, graduations, peeling apart family members. These are legal, and these aren't illegal immigrants. These people actually have documentation. They may have missed a court date here or done something there, but they are not by any means illegal in the sense of the word where they snuck into the country and are hiding out. That's not what this is. They might be some brothers who, they just didn't go to court, and now they laid on a court date. That technically makes you illegal. If you miss your court date for a traffic ticket, you are legally able to be taken to jail. You know that? They could take you to jail and hold you until they decide to give you a court date. That's essentially the situation that these brothers and sisters are in. Charleston White is not the worst of the people who have been talking about ICE. He's just the most ignorant. All right. There's some genuinely hateful black people out here who are celebrating ICE and happy that all this is going on. A lot of it was some black women after Kamala Harris lost that dumbass election. Yeah, y'all are terrible people. Y'all are saying it's none of your business. Call somebody else because you're also racist. Asian East Indian woman didn't win this presidential race. That doesn't make any damn sense. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm kind of glad too. This is my private opinion, because if Kamala Harris would have won, y'all black women would have never shut up. Good night. Oh my God, we the most educated black first female president. She not black. Kamala Harris is not black. That's like saying I'm white for living in England. No, she brown, and she brown because her father was East Indian, and then that nigga lived in Jamaica, had some slaves, and then he came to California and Canada and had Kamala. That don't make him black. He just lived in Jamaica. That's why Kamala would never say out her mouth she's black. She'll say, I was raised around black people. I'm friends with black people. I went to an HBCU. Never say she's black. If tell me I'm lying. Somebody pull up a tape of her saying she black. I tell you I'm black. I'm a black. I'm a nigga. I won't say that. I'm gonna say the N word, nigga. I'm gonna do all of that because I can do it. Kamala never. She'd never do that. If Kamala said nigga, it'd be ER accidentally. She like, oh shit, I ain't. Damn, that's the first time I ever did that. First time I ever did that. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh shit. Yeah, they go. Oh, they heard me. Kamala Harris is so not black. She raising white kids. Won't have no kids of her own. I don't know no black woman who can't have her own. Won't have no kids of her own. Black woman, I have kids by herself before she don't have no kids. So Kamala Harris ain't black, but y'all are so mad that East Indian woman didn't win the presidency. Y'all turned your back on perfectly innocent Hispanic people, and that's generally who's being targeted, as well as my Haitian brothers and other brothers from the Caribbean are being targeted as well, which is a very evil thing. Y'all didn't expect them to get wrapped and rolled up into this. I seen a sister's husband. He was Haitian. He got taken off the porch, of a home he built with his wife and 2 daughters. I mean, I guess that's what y'all are rejoicing, aren't you? This is what's happening with this ICE stuff is truly evil. This is definitely some Nazi stuff too. I hate to really bandwagon it, but this is some black site. Put you in a van, put you in a U-Haul van too. Put you in a U-Haul van, take you somewhere nobody can find you until we put you on an indescribable, some plane somewhere and send you wherever the hell we want to. Or you might just disappear like 1,200 of them did in Alligator Alcatraz. Brother, that's some evil stuff. That's some real evil stuff. All right, let me see. Do I got anything on this? Salaya. We're gonna wrap the class in a little bit. Give me Exodus 23 and 9. I'm gonna show y'all how evil it is. A lot of these white people like to say they're Christian. This is the most anti-Christ country on the planet. On the planet. Hating the poor, hating Jesus Christ fed the poor, taught the poor, patient with the poor. Even that cat with Legion, mental illness, he went over there and got that brother right. Was patient and dealt with that brother. Everybody was like, don't talk to him. That dude's out of his mind. Christ went there and talked to that brother. You not America. America at best will lock up the homeless, at worst make them disappear. Take all the families, the poor families off, rip the food out of their mouth, and deport the people who actually grow the food. That's how dumb this place is. Go ahead, read it if you got it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 9. Also, thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger, seeing ye were strangers in the land of Egypt.
This is Moses talking to the children of Israel, saying, also, thou shalt not oppress a stranger, which is basically like an immigrant. You can say immigrant for this part of the lesson. For ye know the heart of a stranger. So you should understand what it's like to be somebody like them, because you were like that in Egypt. Just like how white people were like that in America. White people immigrated to America. They ran away from England, came to America, almost died. A lot of them did die. A lot of those little starting colonies froze to death in the winter, died. Jamestown, I was reading up on Jamestown. Jamestown barely survived. Barely survived. They were about to die the last month of winter, and then another boat came Another this is I said I know this is just so crazy how they were holding on. Another boat came to give them more supplies of like people to be like to start a whole new colony city or colony whatever. They get there, the people in Jamestown are like, we gotta go. This place, we can't survive this place. We're not gonna make it. We need to eat y'all food. We have no food. The commander of that boat thinks about it. He says, no, I'm not going back like this. We gotta stay. They stay, they barely survive winter, and after that, they run into natives, and the natives bless them, and now look at them. Now they're kicking natives out, tearing native families apart because what? You feel like you're entitled to this place? Read that again.
Come. The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 9. Also, thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger.
See, if America was so in what's the Declaration of Independence say? In God's name. In the back of the money it says, in God we trust. See, if America trusted in God, they wouldn't oppress the stranger. They would understand what it's like to be a stranger. They would know, they would have some kindness and compassion, but not these evil, tyrannical people. Not them. They don't know God. They don't know the Bible. They hate God. They hate goodwill. They hate Christ. And if this doesn't prove it, what you see on the news doesn't prove it. I can't convince you. A lot of y'all out there are mentally ill. I know a lot of y'all complain about trans people having mental illness, but you Republicans got mental illness. I know you know what a Republican said when Donald Trump said on that plane, he said, I don't think I'm going to heaven. I'm not going to heaven. Not for me. Republicans are saying, oh, that was so Christ-like. That's exactly what you would say if you were going to heaven. No, the fuck it isn't. No, it isn't. You're going. You don't. What you don't do is you don't say, Jesus the Christ of Nazareth was like, nah, not me. I'm not going to heaven. I'm going to hell. No, he didn't. But you Republicans are so screwed up in the head that you twist whatever Donald Trump says, whatever these Republicans do, and make it make sense. You're like a pimped out prostitute. You yes, daddy. Oh yeah, give you all the money. Makes sense, daddy. Oh yeah, get out of my house. Yeah, well, you're dumb. That's why y'all are starving. That's why you cow farmers are so surprised Donald Trump's buying cows from Argentina. Yeah, we're soybeans. We can't sell soybeans. Y'all are stupid. That's why you don't know. It didn't hit you till it hit you. Now it's starting to be. Now you're starting to feel regret. Oh no. Well, wait until you have the last and final regrets. All right. Unless anybody has anything to add, I'm gonna close the class out. All right. If I pass it up, Priest and Officer Calcazar, give him a hand.
These are the ISUPK security announcements. We're the ISUPK started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Roof new brother sister. When a new brother sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. My Aishra means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you give to the Treasury Department of teacher. Priest funds, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Got the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. Sunday the 14th of December 2025 for 8 days. Can be found in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. Remind occupant walking to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black: boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And this includes ISPK security announcement.
All right, with that, you call it.
We say Majum, which means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Individual Majum Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahal Bashim Yawashah Brakathum, Yajimata, Sar, face the sisters, Majum. We'll give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Individual Majum Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Lathan Bashim Yawashah. Yajimata, class dismissed.